What's up, guys? So I am back in New York, and today's video is just going to be talking about a lot of stuff instead of actually getting any kind of gameplay out. So this is just for you guys to listen and get updates here and there. If you have been living under a rock, then I've been in Poland for pretty much the entire month of July. I was there, I don't remember, from like the first week, and I just got back yesterday or last night. And Monday was an awful day. I mean, I spent 18 hours traveling. Yeah, it was between 5 to 6 hours by car, then waiting for the plane at the airport, and then the plane itself was delayed by an hour, and it's an 8-hour flight. So I got home last night, and I'm just exhausted. And also because it's going back 6 hours, because Poland is 6 hours ahead of New York. I didn't get any sleep, and I have a crazy work schedule to make up for, because I was in Poland for business, and I had to basically put my job on pause here. I came back, and I have a crazy work schedule. So I'm not sure what's going to be happening. For that reason, I have life to focus on, and I don't know exactly what's going to happen with YouTube, but it really does not seem like I can do a video every single day on YouTube with the schedule that's coming up. So if I can get a video out and it's not going to get in the way of other things I have to do, then there'll be a video out. But from now on, I just really don't know what's going on. So until I can adjust into my work schedule and see if it gets a little bit better. I have so much to adjust to as well, because things are so different over there, and I'm back here now. Also, since I couldn't really sleep, I was working on the power rankings last night, and then I ended up I didn't finish them last night either. So sometime throughout work, I ended up finishing them. But the power rankings, the funny thing is that I'm so all over the place. Like, honestly, I have to tell you, I am seriously stressed out and burned out since May. And this goes from when I was finishing my spring semester in college, with finals week and everything going on, as well as work full time, and trying to do YouTube every single day, and just everything since. I literally am burned out and stressed out. I have no time for myself, and when I do have time for myself, there's really nothing I can do to enjoy myself or relax. So I've been working every single day for pretty much full days since May, without like any rest or anything for myself. But I'm still trying to get YouTube video out for you guys every single day, and I still have lots of other stuff to do. So it's honestly crazy, and it's gonna be August now. So pretty much for 3 entire months, I feel so fatigued and so stressed and burned out. I honestly wish I could get a break, but no, it just does not seem that way. So I really don't know what's going to happen, but I'm honestly reaching the limits of how long I can keep going at this rate. Plus, I've really lost interest in Naruto for a while now. I honestly still do the videos for you guys, and I don't have any more goals for this game. I guess Edo Hashirama is a goal, but I'm really not gonna force him out, and I'm still just pretty much raising power, because there's really nothing else to do. And if the game did get 5.0, it would actually give a ton of stuff to look forward to, and make it a lot better to raise power with the new Sun and Moon shop, and just so many things to look forward to. But I don't know. I'm assuming that between September, I don't know. I'm honestly hoping that August is when they announce 5.0 and we get the updates in September. But yeah, I'm just honestly at this point raising power, and I'm not really playing the game. I'm paying the game. That's how it's felt for a while. It's less about how playing the game and enjoying it, But, you know, spending and recharging and trying to progress and getting stuff done. That's basically what it's been like. So, for multiple reasons, like, and honestly, Naruto Online YouTubers are a dying breed because for the past few months, I've seen so many people, so many players quit the game, and a couple of YouTubers quit the game too. So, you know, I ain't gonna quit, but if I ever quit, then I'm not coming back like I did the first time. I quit for 9 months, I came back. Second time I quit, I'm gone. There's never gonna be another Kaizer again. So, for now, I'm trying to get settled into everything and really see how it works out. Even right now, I got done with work finally, and I'm honestly exhausted. Like, also my setup in Poland, you guys don't understand what the struggle was. I could barely record videos. My laptop was defective. I still have to return this laptop. I have to clean it and send it back because it's just got a defective CPU or GPU, something like that. I was honestly worried about recording on my regular desktop because it hasn't been plugged in for a whole month. I think my APC, you know, it's like this extra power supply thingy. I pretty much use it as a overkill surge protector, but it has a built-in battery, so it will supply power in case I lose power. Yeah, the battery died in that thing because I didn't have it plugged into the wall for a month. So I don't really think I'm going to exchange the battery just because I don't know how much it would cost or where to even obtain it. But yeah, I don't even need the backup battery for that. I just need it to be a surge protector for when it counts. So that thing's messed up, and with the laptop, I kept getting like black screens and flickers here and there. It's just been way too much. I mean, I don't know. It's been a crazy month. I mean, July vanished. I remember when I was leaving New York, going through my adventure to travel to Poland, and then coming back, and it's just wow. Like all the stuff I was doing every single day, and there was not a single day where I was not drinking either. After I did my regular work stuff there, or whatever I had planned, family comes over, or I end up going over to family, and just everyone pulls out vodka, and you start drinking, and if it's not vodka, it's brandy or it's whiskey or it's something. I mean, every single day, I was drinking. It's crazy, and I pretty much do drink every single day anyway, but not in like the large amount of quantities when you have family over and other people. But I just drink to myself, mostly because I'm stressed. So I'm always stressed, so I guess I'm always drinking. But anyway. Yeah, it was just a lot more this past month, but it was nice. I mean, I haven't been to Poland in 13 years. I was born in Krakow. It's honestly, it feels disgusting when people say Polish things in English, like Warsaw. You know, I don't. That's how you say it in English, but everyone there calls it Warszawa. It's just, I guess that's just the difference when you have native speakers and people who are from there and everyone else. It just honestly feels nasty, like Krakow. I just can't. I don't know. It's just nasty, but I was born there. Haven't been there in 13 years. I've seen a lot of family I haven't seen in so long. So it was a nice trip, but way too much happened that month. Anyway, back to all the defective stuff and how much of a struggle it was doing YouTube. When I did manage to get videos out, it was either like black frames here and there or just lag or whatever it was. And you know, the funny thing is that when people want to see Great Ninja War footage and when I finally get it out, it doesn't get the views that you'd expect, you know? And I'm like, well, it's always funny because the stuff that people request is usually the stuff that just gets the least amount of views. So, I don't know. It's like, at this point, I don't have much time to dedicate to YouTube anymore. And it's not like it makes me a living. All the money I've made in YouTube from the past 2 years will still not be enough for a month of Naruto Online recharges. So this is not a living for me, and it's not something I really can put over everything else. I've been pretty much trying to do that for a while anyway. And back then, before I quit, I did do it as well. But to me, it's just honestly, I feel like I'm losing the support to continue doing YouTube. So what I'm doing it for is the few people who do look forward to that video every single day. I just do it for you guys, because I know how life is. But yeah, YouTube is honestly not something I need, and this game either. I don't need it either. I can care less how much money I've spent since I have this account. I could drop it all and I'll still be good. So it's just not really a career, and I'm reaching that point where I have to really focus on mine. So there's just less time for everything else. Since I am back though, I'll be doing a Sunday stream. So if you guys have any other stuff to ask more into that, I'll be talking about that on the Sunday stream. I know I was supposed to fucking talk or do the power rankings at the beginning of the video, but I got just too carried away, and I'm still exhausted, so whatever comes to mind is what I'm just gonna be talking about. So I'll just put a timestamp for whenever the power rankings stuff ends up happening, if people just don't want to listen or don't care. Because there's a lot of those people who just want to get straight to the point, which I understand. I'm like that too. I'm not patient enough for this, but yeah, Naruto Online, I'll be just prioritizing power, and hopefully something comes out. Honestly, there's just nothing I want in this game anymore. You know, the only reason why I wanted Akatsuki Orochimaru is because I wanted to use the team that Kensen used way back when Angel Conan first came out. And that's pretty much the reason why. You know, I was just gonna use him for one video and maybe try him out here and there, but it's not gonna happen. I don't know. There's just there's so much shit that's just vanished. This Konohamaru came out once. He was an 80 spin in Lucky Snatch, and he's gone. Like, what is this? But anyway, Mogi, I might as well get her a 3-star. Like, just because eventually you want to get the star ups, and even now for the reputation hall system. Plus, it's really cheap. I mean, like 375 coupons on top of the like 75 to recruit her for 2-star. And then you just gotta get her 50 frags more for 3-star. I mean, you could just straight up go 5-star if you really care, but at least every single ninja should be 3-star if you ever plan to use them. And it's pretty much the least that you really need. So, and I think you can only buy 80 frags from Konoha gift shop anyway. So, fuck it. We're gonna get Mogi 3-star just for the collection. Udon is gonna be a login reward, which I believe, I don't even know. It should give 3-star. It should give 4-star. What? Shit? How much? It's gonna give it's gonna give 4-star. Or no, it's gonna give out 3-star tomorrow. Yeah, so it's 3-star and you get 10 frags left over. So it's not bad. I still need to get 2 frags for Shisui. I know so many people that want to get Shisui redeemable, but it's not a thing. So, I was honestly hoping to get him once from this Miyoboku thing, but nah. I don't want to spend more than 100 coupons a day. Next event cycle should be advanced refines. I don't know. It's either they're gonna bring out charms earlier, or they're gonna bring out advanced refines. But I'll go for another 10 and hope I don't get shafted. But either way, I gotta get up to 1,000 advanced refines. Can't take any less for that. Also the last week I was in Poland. My headset ended up dying, and then I found out that it was the laptop's like audio jack that just completely died on me. I was able to record my last 2 commentary videos in Poland by connecting it to my phone and recording it there. And then next thing you know, I think the headset actually killed my headphone jack for my Galaxy Note 8 because I can only listen to headphones through Bluetooth, and when I plug them in, it doesn't work. And then the headset died itself, so I have a headset to return. Basically, what I want to do is limit the amount of time I put into Naruto Online and YouTube, at least until I can get my schedule fixed and it's something I can handle. Because at this rate, like I said, I am way too burned out and stressed, and there's really nothing I can do to take a break and to relax and enjoy stuff. So it's really something I have to just adjust into. And I also wanted to get a whole new look on YouTube because I didn't change my theme, my style since I came back into YouTube in December. So I'm gonna be looking into get a new banner, a new avatar, maybe change how my thumbnails look. That's something I'll try to get done in August. And after I return my laptop and the headphones, I have to buy myself a new laptop because honestly, I wish I didn't have to use a laptop, but I needed my laptop for work and college when I go back into it for fall. But otherwise, I'd rather just invest into like a freaking Core i9 CPU for my desktop and just get like 4K videos out for you guys. But yeah, it is ridiculous. Like, who the fuck would pay $2,000 for the best i9 CPU to do 4K Naruto Online videos? I mean, I would do that shit because I always cared about having the highest quality for you guys. So I bought a desktop specifically for YouTube and gaming, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I would do that for an i9 desktop. But I gotta fucking buy a laptop, and I'm gonna probably have to just end up buying the Asus Zephyrus to begin with because I was gonna get it before I flew out to Poland, but Amazon was like, yeah, 2 day shipping, forget about that. We have to ground ship your laptop, so I had to get a different laptop to substitute it because I had to take whatever was on 2 day shipping, and now I'll probably have to end up getting that laptop, and then I also want to upgrade my audio setup. People like the headphones. I honestly thought it sounded weird, and this is the old microphone because the other one died on me. Never buying Rode microphones. Never buying HP laptops, Acer laptops, and I'm never buying Rode microphones. So I was thinking of getting a Shure microphone. I don't know. I have to look into like audio setups because I wanted to get clean audio. I'll need to like get stuff for my room as well, like those noise reduction foams. But August was when I was actually thinking of kind of changing my setup and changing YouTube up. That's pretty much the plan for this month at least, and hopefully everything gets situated real quick. And I'm honestly hoping that Naruto Online gets some better stuff because boy, I was gone for 9 months and I've honestly made a huge comeback. Like, you have to admit it. When I came back into this game, I was so trash. I was like I was basically 90k power, and the highest I have right now is a 206k. So it was a comeback for sure. I mean, it did take me like 2 to 3 months to convince myself to start like actually recharging and spending into the game again because I really didn't want to. So I came back in December, but it wasn't until April when I actually started spending like I used to. So from April till now, that's huge. I mean, I was like 120k power in April, something like that. That was honestly been a huge freaking gap. It's been a huge fucking gap. Jeez. I was like probably barely 10k initiative then too. But I know when I came back, my position 1 initiative was like 7k. I think it was like 7 to 8k in December. It was so awful. So seeing how my account is now, I'm actually like good with how everything ended up as. But to max my position 1, it's not gonna take that much longer. I'm trying to pretty much get all these level 10 refines done, 1 every month, so I can at least get a pill and some advanced refines from the rebate. And that's pretty much 3 more months. And this month doesn't count because next week I'm gonna get another one, so that's 2 level 10s left, and I'm done with that. Then I'll have to do charms, and then it's just like cave keys. My treasure tool is gonna be done too by next cave key rebate. So really, I'm running out of things to do, and my original goals are pretty much done. So it's honestly crazy what I managed to do. Ended up having to keep like taking back spots. Honestly, I'm not feeling it. But I don't even know how Conan dropped out to begin with. I'd expect him to. I don't know. He's way higher. He's slightly higher in position 1. Just kind of crazy to see how far I came back to it. So I'm 5th in space time for this side. And I think when it comes to space time in general, I have the 5th best position 1. So it's kind of crazy. I came back as like a top 40 or 50 or some shit, and ended up being a top 5 now. Only Conan, Jojo, Pao, and Kozo have a better position 1 than me. And Conan being the next person to reach, he's at 20k now, initiative position 1. Which, if I'm lucky, the level 10 refine will probably get me 19k, so that's still a while to go. But I'm thinking, one more level 10 after that, and the level 12 or level 11, like cave keys, will probably get me really close to 20k. So it's not that big of a gap. But it's still something, especially when you get up this high. What else can I talk about before I finally get to the power rankings? Because damn, I'm going off on just everything else. Yeah, I don't know. But I'm just really trying to get some changes going. Just trying to pretty much do changes. But Sunday streams will be back. Hopefully I can stream on Twitch as well whenever I get the chance to. But it's good to finally be back home. Oh, also, funny thing is, I ended up getting, like... my parents tried to get me into a couple of arranged marriages. Marriages while I was over there. So it was really interesting. And the funniest one was just my dad's best friend invited my dad and my family over to hang out. And he was basically trying to just, him and my father were trying to convince me into like marrying his daughter. And, the night just ended up in all of us drinking. And that was just it. Like, they were trying to get me drunk. They kept saying one more shot every time. And my dad's friend was like, man, back then I used to drink a lot more than I could now. And he's old. Like, the guy's like in his 60s now or something, or like 50s maybe. Just not that old, I guess, but yeah, like, fuck, he drank a lot. Me and him were fucking drinking 2 bottles. And the funniest thing is, you'd expect people to have Polish vodka in Poland, but for some reason, almost every relative had Finlandia. And I'm like, why the fuck is vodka from Finland here? Why does everyone have this shit? It does not taste good. I'm sorry if you're from Finland and I offended you, but that vodka is not good. I'm sick of it, honestly. I've drank so much vodka in the past month, and most of it was Finlandia, that I really don't want to drink vodka for like a year. It is just not good. And there was another one, I don't remember what it was, but it was not good either. Might have been something from Switzerland. Can't remember what it was. But anyway, that's enough from that shit. I'm back from Poland, so I took care of everything I had to. Now I got stuff here to do. And I have survived 4 arranged marriages. So who knows if I'll get dragged up into any more, but I don't have good relations with my family to begin with, so that's something I don't want to get into. But I can finally get into the power rankings, so I'll need to remember to timestamp this shit because I've said way too much. And yeah, so I've spent working on this. Yes, this shit takes 4 to 5 hours to do. And if someone is not on here that should be, too fucking bad. I mean, like, you either write down the server they're on, and if I find the time, I'll add them. Or you'll have to wait till next month because there is just way too much work to keep doing. And I raised the power requirement to 190k. Next month we'll go up to 200k, and I'll probably keep the 200k for a little bit, at least until there's like a power creep, which pretty much a new feature that's gonna boost everyone's power up. But for now, 190k are up, or 18k plus initiative are up. Which I think I'll probably end up changing that 18k plus initiative position 1 to either 19 or 20k next month. And I'm really just trying to get... See, the thing is that my list used to be about power, but then it stopped being about power, but more about like the elite players, the top players. Because initiative is not everything. But when you judge a person's initiative or a position 1 based on their initiative, if they're a good player, they will have high crit and injury that will match that initiative and have very high combo and control. So it's a point of, you see them have this much initiative, you know that their position 1 is very stacked. That's pretty much the idea behind it. And I also got the suggestion from Sarada to use first quartiles, which I don't know shit about statistics. And it's just a lot more balanced, I could say, to look at. Because I wanted to have statistics for regular players. Because these are all like big whales that are pretty much on the list. Especially the top 50 position 1s. Like, they are a very small percentage, which that's the thing people need to realize. Everyone says whales, 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 but you don't realize that whales are a very, very small percentage of the game. Like, this list, it's at 173 people at the moment. So when you consider how many players are in the entire game, that is not many. So getting stats for averages, which would be pretty much an average right now, would be 18k position 1 initiative. And I can tell you, I got to that shit recently, and I know how expensive it is. It is not going to be achievable for everyone. So the first quartile is good because it brings stats down to a soft cap of what all these guys are on, pretty much. And this way, I can say, have your goals if you're trying to raise power to what the current player stats are. And they will always be on here. So you can always just check back. Links in the description too for the power rankings list. But basically, like the thing is, these are still whale stats. It's pretty much asking you to be close to 200k power, 16k initiative position 1, which most players should be above 10k initiative position 1 by now. Only exception is if you started fresh recently, maybe like in the last half a year, you're not a whale. And if you just simply don't play the game actively or whatever, but you need to be over 10k, and you really should be over like 14 to 15k. I would say that this is fairly accurate for 15.9k right now, at least in my space time, because all the top players are pretty much over 15k initiative now. A month or two ago, they were over 14k. Now they're getting closer to 16k, 15k. So these stats are good to follow by. Also, some shits to point out. People that change your names, I really don't like you. If you change your name often, I don't like you, because then I have to figure out what your name was from the power rankings last time and update that, or I have to just create a new entry for you. You know, I really don't like that shit. I get you want to role play, but please, just don't do it. So anyway, a couple of people joined the 300k rankings. You loco, you are crazy. That's all I gotta tell you. That, like, literally loco, because he was like 250, 260k last month, 302k. Agent Smoker was Anjula and ended up changing his or her name, and 300k power as well. Black's 42 actually has higher power than Kapow, which surprised me. And he is now the 3rd strongest in NY. But you can also see here, now actually there is another surprise. So the biggest surprise of the month is how Loco really progressed his account. But then I've been noticing this Neo person for all the way since I first started the power rankings back in May. Now this person had 173k power back in May. And the first time I ever noticed his name was in the Sunflower Covenant event. And ever since then, this person has shot up. I mean, it is, like, honestly kind of unbelievable to think about it. So he's gained 100k power in 3 months. And once you get to 200k, it really, really gets slow to raise power. It's really, really expensive. But the thing that's even more shocking is the position 1 he's acquired while progressing like this. And he also knocked out Notorious, who I know Notorious and Buttercup have always went at it for rank 1 in S1. But Notorious got knocked down to 3rd place by Neo, and Neo is not too far behind from Buttercup. Plus, Neo, I think, has the better position 1 out of both Buttercup and Notorious. This is just crazy. But Yeah, like let's take a look at this. So he's at 22.1k initiative, which is the second fastest in NY. All you UK people are fucking crazy. I mean, see, I left UK, or not UK, but Europe, and I feel like my initiative just went down because of it. You know, back to New York. But yeah, Neo is the second fastest in NY now, which I think last month he was either fifth fastest, but when he started back in May, he was something like 10k, 11k initiative. So yeah, this is some unbelievable shit on how he progressed. But then you also have Loco, which yeah, he's pretty much getting almost 24k initiative position 1, 23.7k. And then he started doing position 2, 22.6k. Now doing position 3, eventually gonna go position 4. But Bubito, I don't know when he did this. I never noticed it. But he has the highest total initiative in the game now. Which Kozo had it for the longest time. Then the pot over here ended up having it. And now Bubito, and he has it by a huge amount. I mean, 2k initiative, when you see it, he's got these stats for position 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, that's crazy. So, anyway, just a list to go through. Now, it honestly feels like the whole fucking game powered up like crazy. I don't even know. There's really hasn't been anything but assist links that came out. And unless all of these people really maxed out Bond Mysteries for every single ninja, I don't know where the hell the power increase came from, but so many people are over 200k now. And I mean, 118 people are over 200k, and me at rank 97 as well. So, yeah, like what the fuck? It's honestly crazy, like power-wise. But the list did start off power only, and then it just ended up being more of like the top players because it's either power requirement or initiative. Now there are people who I necessarily wouldn't really consider them being elite players, and that's pretty much people that balance out. But then again, it's different. If you're comparing yourself against everyone else in the game, then people who balance out and ignore position 1 stacking will just get destroyed by anyone who does. Unless you're like Kozo level of balancing, or like Bubito, shit like that. Because then they have a solid position 1, and all the other positions are very good as well. But everyone's game is different, especially it depends on the bracket you're in. You might have a very slow bracket, so you don't need to get, 20 freaking 3k initiative position 1. You might only need to be 16k initiative position 1 to be faster than everyone that you fight. So it really depends on where you're at and who you're fighting. And it's for that reason that people have different playstyles. But if you're in very competitive zones, it's all about position 1. And if you're trying to compete against the game, you have to try to reach these numbers. So for that reason, it's really less about battle power and balancing and more about stacking. So I really don't know how I would determine a list just based on position 1s alone. If anything, I'd have to add extra rows for position 1 stats, and I'm just not going to be doing that because just doing power rankings and tracking everyone's initiative takes 4 to 5 hours. If I was to add more columns and keep track of more stats, no way. It just takes too much time. Also, I updated the versions, but now there are less people from NY on this list than UK. So UK has the most people with 59, NY having 57, LA has 31, and Hong Kong still has the least. But it's kind of interesting, the stats. So I'm doing first quartiles for everything, just because the numbers seem more realistic, at least in my opinion. But power-wise, NY is first by a lot. I mean, pretty much by 11k power. And the way I did this time is, since Hong Kong dropped off from the top 30 people, and the numbers outside, I really wanted to get the stats from the best people on the list to kind of compare against each version of the game. So I took the top 10 from NY, Hong Kong, LA, United Kingdom, and that's pretty much where these stats came from. So it keeps it a lot more balanced, because Hong Kong, for instance, has maybe 10 to 15 really strong players, and then the rest would fall off compared to the other versions because they simply have a lot more player in the rankings and stuff like that. So to keep it fair, I'm just going to do top 10 for each of these. And from top 10 alone, NY has like 11k more power. Which is kind of a lot. That's the biggest gap from any stat here. Then second comes Hong Kong, but they're pretty much barely above that. LA actually has higher power than UK, and this is based on position 1 initiative stats. So there are some people with lower BP, but really stacked position 1s, and that's kind of where this information people will question. But this is based on my list and what the stats I have recorded, so this is the way we're gonna do it. And then position 1, UK, y'all are some fast motherfuckers, alright? That's like 22.4k initiative from your top 10. Like, that is ridiculous. Because when you look at it, like, you see so much fucking yellow. Like, look at this shit. Look at the amount of UK players. That alone is crazy. Most of this top 50 is UK. At least half of it. I'm pretty sure there's at least 25 people here from UK. And it is honestly ridiculous with how the stats are. NY honestly seems extinct at this point because of the gap. With the first one from NY, which is Itachi, goes from 3 to 20. And then we have Neo and Kozo. So even LA has 4 people up here. Hong Kong even has 2. I mean, and yet NY is still third in position 1 speed, which is actually still way higher up than Hong Kong from the top 10 players. Hong Kong is the only version that does not have all 20k initiatives position 1 from their top 10 players. There might be like a person here or there that I'm missing, but I'm pretty sure I have like 95% of everyone that should be on this list. And then LA is actually ridiculously fast too. I was wondering like how come they're that high up, but they do have 2 people over 23k initiative alone, and a couple more here and there. So it makes sense that, and you can see from the numbers, if LA has 4 people here and NY only 1, then LA should be faster. But position 2 speed, NY is faster, 12k. Then you also have Hong Kong being second with 11.9. And it's kind of funny because UK, position 1 stackers for life. They have pretty much the best position 1s in the game, but they fall off 2, 3, and 4. Which is kind of like really inconsistent, I would say. But the game plays off to 80% of all fights result in whose position 1 is better. So the other positions would only matter in very, very high-end whale scenarios, I guess. But, yeah, pretty much when it comes to it, UK is 4th for position 3 and 4, so they completely dead those positions to semi-stacked position 2 and fully super stacked position 1, which is pretty much how you're supposed to do it. And NY, being 3rd in position 1, 1st and 2nd, then they have 2nd in position 3 and 4. For some reason, Hong Kong is doing shit backwards. I mean, everyone was laughing about this, but they have the fastest position 4s out of everyone. And it's just like, why would you stack position 4s? I don't even think they stack, because when I looked at the top 10 players from the UK, or not UK, Hong Kong, they just kind of get to like 10k, and that's kind of the difference. Is that most of the Hong Kong players get everything to at least 10k initiative before they work on position 1, and that's takes a lot of resources alone, and then the grind to continue maxing the position 1 is a lot of work too. So that's kind of why the position 4 is stacked up higher. But still, like, I find it funny. they're the slowest position 1, but fastest position 4. Total initiative wise, NY 50k, Hong Kong 49k, LA 48, and UK is slightly above them. So these are the statistics. It's always interesting to see, but yeah, UK is crazy. And I actually witnessed some, like, the fucking scariest server I've ever seen in my life. Now, it stretches from, I don't know what number it is. I'd say somewhere in the 80s all the way to like 100 something. But they literally merged like one entire space-time cluster. It's like 15 servers in one. It's pretty much that entire space-time, I'm pretty sure. Most of it, at least. And it is just ridiculous, because the amount of people on that server that have 190k power or higher, as well as position ones with over 18k initiative, is scary. So if you're on that server, God have mercy, because that shit is crazy. That is probably the most competitive server in the game. Way more competitive than server 1, I must say. And it has to have like the most difficult Sage and space time because of all of it too. It's just wow. But these are the top 50 position 1 initiatives. The lowest being 19.8k. You know, I was hoping I'd end up seeing myself on this list eventually, but at this rate, it's just everyone's gonna just keep slowly increase while I eventually catch up to them. But once you hit that 20k mark, it gets really slow to raise initiative. And I don't even know if I'll ever see myself in the top 50 for that, for sure. I think I'm somewhere at rank 80 when it comes to all the people. So position 1 wise, out of 174 people, I'm somewhere in the 80s. Which is pretty good for me. Especially since I'm number 5 in my cluster for New York, and even with everyone else from New York, I'm top 20 for sure. So self-progression wise, I'm good. But these are the power rankings. I just fucking realized it, but it's not even the first. You know, I actually thought this entire day that today was the first, and there's a 31st in July. Who would have known? I'm like realizing this now. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a lot of information in this video and just let you guys know how things are going. But it's just, I'm burned out. I'm stressed. That's pretty much what it sums up to. So, I'm gonna try my best to bring you guys YouTube videos daily, but I really just don't know if I'll have the time. But at least being on my own setup, I can record Space Time and Sage and finally get Great Ninja. Well, that's the thing that kind of upset me, is I was unable to record the cross-server Great Ninja War fights that were pretty much like, I'd say not even cross-server, but all the Great Ninja War fights that I had in July, I was not able to record the good ones to where it mattered. You know, like when it wasn't even about my lands, but like Kapow fighting off JoJo and, you know, like a lot of strong players and stuff like that. So there was just a lot of interesting fights I was unable to capture because time zone difference, or pretty much having to deal with a defective laptop. And that's pretty much the reason why I couldn't get it was just a mess. So at least I'm good that I'm here for YouTube's sake. But yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen from here on out. I really don't. I really hate my new schedule because it puts even more stress on me. But just can't be helped. So I'll see what I can do for the next couple of days. But tomorrow we find out the new events on the forums. Hopefully they announce something new. Like feature-wise, they give us a heads up saying 5.0 sometime soon. Soon. Or they just, I don't know. I need to kind of recharge in this game too. I haven't really recharged in 2 weeks. I did do Red Envelope. I just did 10k into Red Envelope. And this week I didn't have to recharge at all. So maybe there'll be a recharge rebate Thursday, and I'll definitely have to stock up on ingots. And yeah, I mean, refine rebates probably it. There's really nothing to buy. Just recharge ingots, stack them up, buy power items. Eventually I'll need to start going for charms, but I don't know if I really want to spend resources into that. You know, like really the last, like something that would actually be nice to achieve, because Edo Hashi is not gonna happen. Even if I forced all the seal rebates, it would take until January. So I'd probably get Edohashi by my birthday without forcing and buying seals. But if I could at least get my summoning contracting scrolls, I'd be able to get Lightning Tiger King to follow me around and be something cool and new to achieve. But I know for sure, I mean, I don't even know for sure, but the next 300 seals I'll pull at the end of this month's summoning rebate, for seal scroll rebate, will put me at 2,000 seals for Madara. Which I'm hoping I get Madara in the next rebate, because 2,000 seals should be about right. Unless I get shafted. But I'm also noticing I'm pretty low on the Edo Hashi frags. I mean, doesn't this seem kind of low for 1,700 seal scrolls? I don't know. I feel like I really got screwed on the frags. But I do think I am pretty close to my next rare. Because in the last summoning rebate, last seal rebate, I was maybe like 10 or 20 or 30 away from a rare. So either way, I'd be at like 46 or 47 if I'm lucky. But still, 47 from 2,000, like 1,700 seals seems kind of low. I think with the worst luck, I'd be at like 50 something frags after the next, like 55 frags maybe. Getting 10 is probably asking for too much. So I really don't know when I can expect Madara, but I really want to use him for a couple of teams. Just some stuff to do. Sage is going to be tonight, so I can actually record that and not have to worry about frames dropping and stuff. I'm glad this computer still works, so I can actually do YouTube without issues. But yeah, that's going to be all for today's video. I apologize for rambling too much. But there's just a lot of stuff that is going on for me, and I feel like you guys should know in case I'm less active for whatever reason. You know, last time I quit, people thought I died. So I gotta prepare myself for things like that at least. But that's gonna be everything going on. So expect changes. I will see you guys on the Sunday stream if you are there. But otherwise, thanks for watching, guys, and showing your support that you've been doing, especially those of you who've been watching all the daily videos. Even when I was out in Poland trying to get them out for you guys. So, catch you guys next time. Stay free to play.